So we will see the Snowflake concept today. So what is meant by Snowpipe and how, why to use this, these things we will see how to use this. So Snowpipe is nothing but for which is used for continuous data loading. So again, what is continuous data loading? So we know that what is the data loading, data load, and here in as part of data load, what we are doing data load from where source whatever it may be, source like external source. Uh, we are loading from source to target. We are so here it is a Snowflake database, and source will be the file, not the database here. So we are using source database, source files. So in that files we are using CSV, of course. Uh, these files we are placing in different locations, either in local or in external buckets called as cloud storage. Uh, Cloud storage we are using. So cloud storage in this currently we are using only S3. So it may be any cloud, but for if the files are continuously loading, so generally in organizations, it will be in cloud storage only. So you can consider S3 bucket. So if our source data is continuously means whenever it is file is generated, so it will come and store in particular location in the S3 bucket. S3 bucket in the cloud, AWS cloud. So it will come and sit in the S3 bucket. So we after coming to S3 bucket, we know how to load from there to our Snowflake database using stage concept. We will create one stage and then we have to use copy command. So we know if the data is available in the S3 source. But the problem with data loading is, so generally in ETL part, in on-premise data warehousing or ETL part, what we will do is we will for loading from database some OLTP system to OLAP system, we will build ETL system. There we will load data from source to target using some schedules. Using some schedules, we will load. So every day at night 8 p.m. or 10 p.m. We will schedule one job, so that job of the scheduler is to execute our data load from the source to target. So whatever the mappings or scripts you have created for your project, so all this will be arranged in some manner and it will be executed one by one. uh, but here whatever, so till 10 p.m. whatever the data is available, so till running that mapping, so whatever the data is available, it will load from here to here. But uh, after 10 p.m. again another load is scheduled at tomorrow 10 p.m. So we are taking a window of 24 hours, so there is a gap of 24 hours. So which means we are missing updates for 24 hours. So we are not giving the updated data to the users. So there is still a gap of 24 hours. It depends upon the load schedule. It may be one day, if it is half day or one day or 2 days, depends upon your load schedules. So to avoid this, and also to avoid the bulk loading. So here if you are doing load from at a time at 10 p.m. means, if you have limited data, that's fine. If you are getting GBs of data and we are not sure how many files and how much data you will get, we are not sure. So to for that, again that is one more complexity. So if all of a sudden huge data is coming and running the loads and putting burden on the servers is also a problem. So in continuous data load, so what will happen is whenever there is a file available in S3 bucket or cloud storage, any external storage, so there will be a monitoring system which will alert. which will alert. So some new file has arrived to your S3 bucket. Then the process of staging and copying scenario will run. So then it will be that new file will be uploaded to staging area and then copy to your target table. So some process will continuously monitor this S3 bucket. So for new files, whenever a new file comes and sits in our S3 bucket, then this pipe channel will be activated. So this is piping. So we are putting one channel, pipe channel. So this will be activated, and as soon as the file comes, it will immediately within minutes it will load to staging and then to your target table. So like this, so it may be the file arrival may be in 1 minute or 2 minutes or 10 minutes or 1 hour. We don't know. We cannot. We don't know when the user will or some system will process and store the data in your bucket. But you are saying that go and check in that particular bucket. So whenever you define that particular bucket, it will go and check that bucket, and immediately as soon as it is available using this pipe channel, this Snowpipe concept, it will get notice that some new file is available, and immediately it will go to stage and this command. So whatever the stage commands and copy commands all are same. Only extra we are doing is one is alert management. So we are alerting the system that new file is available in your S3 bucket, and the other thing is fetching from the Snowflake, snitching from bucket to staging area. So running these commands in some process in order. So for that, all these things will be handled in a concept called pipe concept, which is in available in Snowflake. That is called Snowpipe. So the same concept we can use in different ways. So this not only Snowpipe, there so continuous data ingestion. So here we will establish a Snowpipe provides a pipeline method for loading fresh data into micro batches. Instead of loading bulk load means huge data at a time, we are using micro batches. My batches means small batches, like you can say small, right? Batches means this may be classroom batch or 8 batch in section like this. Uh, like this, we will use this Snowflake concept, and so it will simply copy you. It will use the same copy command, and the process and this pipeline process works in two ways. One is automating pipeline using cloud messaging, and the other one is calling REST endpoints. So today we will see this using cloud messaging, how we can use this. This REST endpoints need some changes, or we have to use some process for this, which is not available. Uh, so there's some configuration is needed, which we need to use REST services. These cloud services, which we will use today and see how. So and again there is a limitations using out of these two process. So what will happen when use using cloud messaging and REST endpoints? So when we use automatic snow piping using cloud message, there are limitations. So when your Snowflake account is on Amazon Web Service, you are able to load data from any of the cloud like Google Cloud or Azure Data Lake uh, generations, whatever the generation. So you are able to use this service using cloud messaging service. So even though if your cloud is outside of S3 bucket, we are talking about only S3. So even if the data is available other than AWS S3, like we have GCP and Azure. So even though your data is available here, using when your Snowflake account is deployed or hosted, and we are using AWS services, we can use this cloud messaging method. And when you are using service, when you are using AWS service which is deployed in Google Cloud, then it will work only for Google storage, Google Cloud Storage. And if you are using Azure, it will work with only for Azure related storages. It will not, the other two deployments will not work with Amazon. I think there are some limitations, so it will not work. So to overcome this, again they have given, they have given this. If you want to use services, means data load from data load from what is this called, when your Snowflake is deployed in AWS, and if you want to use other external storage other than AWS, then we can use REST endpoints. So these REST endpoints, for using REST endpoints, there are no limitations whether your data is available in which cloud and your service is hosted in which cloud. So there is no limitations. We can use any of the cloud and any of the service. So for doing this operation, so we have to do certain. So this is how it will work. So first we need to create the stage table and the stage table and the external tables in our actual targets in our Snowflake, and we have to integrate that. Means we have to create the staging area by integrating it with the S3 buckets, S3 buckets, using one specific user or whatever the user you want. So you have to use a particular user for Snowpipe. Uh, and whenever the here we will in S3 bucket we will configure the messaging cloud messaging tool, that is called SNS method. So using that, it will check the data file which is available in the S3 bucket. Whenever the new file available, it will immediately, this cloud messaging tool alerts this pipeline and it will insert the data into the staging area. Once it is done, it will copy into the actual target. Uh, so let's see how we can do this. So for doing this, we have to do certain operations. Like first, we will create. So we will create one new bucket. So we will do it by starting from the. So first, we will create one new bucket. Mm, Snowpipe 3 bucket. I'm creating this bucket name Snowpipe S3 bucket. So I'm just creating this one in the same region and create bucket. So okay, it's fine. Let me log in. Jeez. Let's see. So we logged into the system and I'm giving this name, same name, Snowpipe S3 bucket. And I'm just creating this bucket. So the bucket is created. Snowpipe S3 bucket is the last bucket. So after that, I'm going to the IAM roles. So I'm creating one new user to use this bucket. So this thing you will not do. So generally, this admins will be there to create the buckets and security things. Just for your knowledge or understanding, I'm creating. So here first we need to create the policy. So to access that. So in that policy, create policy. Click on create policy. Here we have to, if you know, you can work with JSON, you can simply directly paste that command. If you don't know, you can go to this service. It will show all the services which is available in S3. So here we want to use S3 service because we are using with storage service. So I selected S3 service. So after selecting that, it will ask for the access level. So what type of permissions you want to give to that particular bucket. So I want to just list and read. So I want to list that items, whatever available in that bucket, and I want to read that content in that bucket. So after that, you have to give that resources. So you are saying read the bucket in S3 location, but it should which bucket you have to read, which bucket you have to give access. That thing we need to mention. So here we are trying to give the access to the buckets, not other access points or other things. We have to give only specific resources. So I need to give a bucket. So that for that bucket, what we have to do is we have to this add ARN. So in this add ARN, it will show like specify ARN for the bucket. ARN sense like Amazon resource names. What type of resource we want to use? I want to use the bucket resource. So that bucket resource is this. You have to give the bucket name with star. So I'm giving the bucket name and I'm mentioning the star. So I want to read all the files in the available in the bucket. So I'm mentioning the star and just adding this one. After that, we are done. Go to just next and review next. Here we have to give the name. I'm giving the Snowpipes S3 bucket policy. S3 bucket access policy I'm giving. S3 bucket access policy I'm giving. I'm having C full permission for list and read. And you just giving the name here, create policy. Clicking that, just click on create policy. So it will, S3 Snowpipe S3 bucket access has been created. This is your new access S3 bucket created. After that, you have to create one new role, new user. Role also we can use, but right now we'll use only user. So user we have to create. We have to create one new user and assign permissions to that user. Permissions in the sense policy, whatever the policy you have created, you have to assign that policy to this user. So I am giving one new user S3 the same bucket as user. I'm giving same S3 Snowpipe S3 bucket user. Here we have to select credentials, credential type. So what type of credentials this you have to access through programmatically you have to access. So using some CLI method or API method or any other development tools we have to use. So I want to use this user to work in some other programs. So I am selecting this checkbox and then click on next permissions. Here we have to give the set permissions. This set permissions in the sense policies. Whatever the policies we are going to use for creating means you want to assign to this particular user, we will select that policies. That policy if it is not, we have to think. If it is there, we have to attach that policy. So here I am using attach existing policies directly. So here you can search your policy name which we have created in previous steps. So I'm just searching for that. I can just simply paste that one so that Snowpipe S3 bucket access your access policy which was created before, just before. So I am selecting that Snowpipe bucket access policy. Click on next, review, and then click on next. create user. So after that, your user is created, add user is created. So, and the thing is your user is this and this access ID. I can close this. So after that, you can save, go, you can see the, uh, you can see the snow your user here. You can just verify that user if requires this policy, whatever we have attached in permissions. And then in you have to go to security credentials. Here, create access key. So by default, when a user is created, you will get that. Instead of downloading here, you can go to create access key. So here, access key is created only once with the secret key. So this is my secret key. You have to download the CSV. Otherwise, whatever the key value you are getting, it will not be same. You will not be able to generate the same key again. So what will happen is if you are using it somewhere else in the programming already, uh, and you forgot that one here later, then it will be difficult to retrieve. So you have to download that. Then it will be downloaded like the corresponding username with the access keys. So once that is done, close this. So you can see that in downloads. You can see that in downloads file. So this is the, so this is the bucket user which I have, and this is the my secret key access. So let's keep it. So till now we have created, we have worked on uh, things like creating. What are the steps we have worked? First thing is we have worked on creating buckets. Create buckets. Second thing is we have created policy. Policy in the sense permissions, what type of permissions we have to give. And next is we have created one user and assigned this policy to this user. After that, we have downloaded the secret key and secret keys file. Downloaded this file and keep for your reference. So now we are good with S3 side. Now we will move to Snowflake side. So in the Snowflake side, so what we have to do is, first thing is we have to create our target table. So to where you have to load your data, you have to create that target table. So I'm running this to create the target table. After that, I am creating a stage location. We know, right, how to create the stage means create or replace stage concept. So whatever we are doing previously, the same concept. Here we are the same create or replace stage. This is my stage name. This is my stage name. After that, I am giving the path of my S3 bucket. So where my files are located, I am giving path for my S3 bucket. So for that, I have to go to my S3 bucket. S3 bucket, and you have to select that particular bucket where your data is available. My data is available in this bucket. Then I have to give that bucket name here. So S3 colon slash slash is common, and you have to give that bucket name Snowpipe S3 bucket. After that, here we have to pass the credentials. We have to connect to this bucket, right? It is available in storage S3. S3 storage, which is in AWS. So we have to connect to this bucket. For that, we have to give some username password. This username and passwords are the one which is provided or created. So just now we have created one new user with the corresponding username password, secret access key. So I have to give corresponding AWS secret key and the corresponding key IDs. So I just placed it. And next is file format. This we already know. Type is CSV, optionally enclosed by, and skip header and date format. I'm using this one. So various options we need to format options we need to pass. So here I am creating this stage. This stage I'm creating. So once it is created, I can run the show stages to show what are the available stages. So I have EMP pipe stage here and other stages also available, but my EMP pipe stage is also available. That's fine. We are using S3 Snowpipe buckets. You can check here. After that, I am trying to list the items which are available in that particular bucket. These are our common commands. So right now nothing is available in that bucket. So nothing is showing, but we are able to list or access that bucket. So just to make sure we are running that command. So after that, if file is available, we can run this query and see. Right now nothing is available, so we are just running this. So the other new thing is pipe concept. So till now it is common. So user creation access is common, and loading, creating stage area with file format and target table. This is common for us. This is common. The new thing is, after loading to the staging area, we used to load to the target table using copy command. If you observe here, this is the copy command which we used before. So like $1, we can, yesterday we saw that accessing the columns in the staging area. So we use $1, $2, $3 like that. And if you want to convert, you can use to date functions or any transformations. If you want to apply, you can apply it here like that we used. So the same thing we are using copy into target table from, we are using subquery. Subquery in the sense selecting the respective columns from the staging area and by passing the file format type CSV, same command, date format we are passing. On top of that, what we are doing is we are not running it manually. So we are trying to run through this pipeline, the channel called pipe, and that pipe is EMP data pipe, which is auto ingest. We are doing it auto ingest to true. So we are not manually doing every time. So we are enabling the option called auto ingest, which will insert the data to the actual target table. So I am creating one new channel called EMP pipe data, a data pipe channel. So just create pipe name auto ingest true. After that, you can check the pipes. So just show pipes. So here one important thing is there. So in the pipes, once you see the pipes, if there are multiple pipes, you have to select you have to see the corresponding pipe, which is our pipe. If there are multiple pipes, you will be see that. So right now only one pipe is available, EMP data pipe. In that we have to select the notification channel. Here notification channel is there. This is important. So you have to copy this entire thing. So you have to copy this entire string and go to S3 buckets. So we are in S3 bucket now. So you have to go to properties. Observe carefully. So you have to go to Snowpipe bucket and you have to go to properties and go down uh, you have to select event notification. So event notification means whenever something happens, like you will put alarm or alert for your system. Whenever new mail comes, you will be alerted like a new mail come, like that. Some notification system like that. In S3 we have one notification called event notification system. So here we are creating one event notification. For that I have to give one event pipe alert notification, something I am giving naming. So after this, you have to select the event types. So here you have to select the event types. I have to select the event types means upon suppose if you event over in the folder, what type of events or things will happen is whether you will upload the file or download the file or delete the file. These are the certain operations which we will do. So uploading in the sense putting and deleting, removing, like this operation, object creation by using put method, object removing by using delete methods, and object restore, copy, like this, copy. All these things will happen. So I'm just selecting object creation, which means whenever the new object is placed in my S3 bucket, I need to alert something. So I just selected this option, create object creation option, and then go down. So here destination is available. So you are telling that after one new event happen, you need to alert something. So what is that something? Where to update? How to update? Like this, you have to define. So here various methods are there. So I want to update lambda function or SNS topic. uh, if you want to send an email or thing, you have to select this SNS. If you want to something SQS queue to be read by the server, so the alert should be read by some server, and the using that some things happen. So I have to select this queue because I want to my alert notification not manually through emails or SMS. I want some alerts in the queue but to the server. So I am choosing this SQS queue. In this queue, I have to give the queue name. So here enter SQS queue ARN. So whatever the queue name which we selected previously, notification channel. Channel is nothing but queue. So this is the queue which we was created or we got by creating the pipe. So pipe has given some ID to this. So using that same thing, I am copied there and pasting that queue here. So as it is, we have to copy and paste whole thing from starting to ending. ARN to last C D D G W. Everything has to be copied and paste, and then save changes. So your bucket changes are means your alerting system Snowflake event notification is created successfully. So now you are done with the creation of the target table, creation of the stage table, and pipe and notification system. Your ecosystem, you have built the ecosystem. So now I want to see again. So what is this current status of my pipe? So this is the command which is used to know the status of my pipe. Pipe name is this one. We need to pass as a parameter. So I am running this command. So this will show you that the status of this pipe. So currently it is showing as a running. So currently it is showing as running. So what I will do is now everything is set up and I will check my target table name. Target table name is EMP pipe is my target table name. Select star from EMP pipe. So right now no data is available in my target, and even for staging area, I don't have any data. Okay, so I don't have any data. So now what I will do is go to my S3 buckets. objects, I will upload one new file to the source system, which means you can think of one new file has arrived into your system. So I will add that file and I'm uploading this emp1. So I'm adding that file, simply adding that file and upload to the system. So now in my bucket, S3 bucket, Snowpipe S3 bucket, I got one new file. That file is placed like this. Now I will go to Snowpipe using Snowflake, and I will try to see this, run this stage location first. So in the stage location, I got data, and now I will check the target table. So right now I didn't get that data. I will check the, so here I have the copy history command. If there is any issues, we can debug using this. Right now copy history is not there, and validate pipe is also not there. So it will take, it will take, so I'm checking this run. It is still running. I will, so I didn't do anything. Just I am running the select star from table. So right now, so it will take certain time, 1 minute or half minute. So it will take time for checking that notification. As soon as it got notified, you are able to see data in your target table. So so here I didn't do anything. I just uploaded my data to the S3 bucket. So as soon as my data is available in S3 bucket, uh, data is loaded into my staging area, and then again it is loaded to my target table. So this is what is happened uh, through pipe. This we didn't do anything, just pipe, using pipe we loaded the data. Oh, okay. So now if you want to see the stage also, you can see stage data like this. So this is not this one. Our stage is this one.